of China's Q4 GDP data, what does it mean for China's growth prospects?
Yeah, I think they're a very encouraging set of numbers. I often feel that people are just waiting for China to fail again. But, going into these numbers, we'd had a lot of increase in industrial confidence, not a powerful number. So that's why people have set their figures around about 7.6, 7.7. So 7.9 is a good number and it shows good momentum into 2013.
What does the data say about China's efforts to rebalance the economy towards more domestic consumption? Any evidence that's picking up?
Yes, I think there are some good signs here of a rebalancing. Firstly, the investment spending growth rate has come in largely in line with expectations, but the retail sales numbers at over 15% growth are marginally ahead of expectations. So there does seem to be a more powerful force or momentum building in terms of domestic demand, which is exactly what the Chinese authorities would like to see.
Does the data increase or decrease the chances of further easing measures in the near term? If more easing is likely, what form will it take? Could we even see a relaxation of property curbs?
Although there's a good set of numbers, I don't think the Chinese authorities are going to relent in their support to the economy nor their efforts to rebalance. I don't think that necessarily means we're going to get interest rate cuts, as maybe would be the simplest way of trying to keep the economy going. But I do expect the reserve requirements, so the kind of amount of credit the banks can offer, to increase as we go forward. And secondly, I think that the measures that are put on the property sector to cool it down would not be as aggressive as some people suggest. Bear in mind that house prices probably broadly across China are still down year on year. We are expecting probably a modest improvement in the housing market through this year, and the authorities to continue to be supportive of that, although not wishing for it to get carried away to the 20 and 30% growth rates in house prices that we'd seen in the past.
What does this growth or disappointment mean for Asian region? Will it continue to be the hotspot of growth for world? Can India and China steal the thunder?
I think China is very crucial for 2013, that it continues to maintain good growth with, we hope, limited inflation pressures, and therefore doesn't get turned off at any stage through the course of this year. The reason it's important, there are very few parts of the world at the moment that are giving us consistently good news. Remember, in the US, we've still got problems pending over the next couple of months. And although growth is good there at the moment, it might just disappear. So I think China is going to provide the backbone to global growth. It is also crucial to this region because I think the better news we've seen out of a number of economies around the region recently, the added momentum we've seen has largely come from China. Now, I don't expect India to be providing the same boost, but I think it's encouraging in India that we are getting a consistent improvement in structural reform, and that gives us hope of the next 3 to 5 years. But over the next 12 months, I think the issues, the problems of some of those reforms are they may just clip growth a little bit, so we won't get the same powerful numbers that perhaps some people have expected.